welcome back. I know I'm a week early, but I really want to have more children with A's and B's this semester than last semester. So we're going to be starting with coordinate plane systems. Some of you have seen these before. To some of you, this might be a new concept. This week's lesson is very, very simple. So that should really get you started on the right path. So on the board, I have drawn a basic coordinate plane system. It is a graphing system to allow you to know where points are. And when you get in older grades, they'll become very, very important. So the first thing that you need to know is that there are 4 quadrants. On a coordinate plane. And if you just teach yourself that where the 1 box is, quadrant 1, then it's easy to fill in everything else. So, quadrant 1 is right here on the top right. And now it's going to go counterclockwise to quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. And this is how you write the 4 for Roman numerals. So, draw yourself a coordinate plane and make sure that you can identify where each quadrant is. The second part of the coordinate plane system that I want you to know is the difference between the x-axis and the y-axis. Now, if you look, an axis is just a line. So, one of our lines goes from left to right, and the other line goes from top to bottom. So, the y-axis goes from left to right, and the y-axis goes from top to bottom. So, when we're graphing, before we can actually dive into our lesson, you need to make sure that you are familiar with the 4 quadrants and the 2 axes for them. The last point for this video is the point of origin. And the point of origin is right here in the middle where the 2 lines meet. So place where axes meet. If you make sure you're familiar with these terms, then when we actually dive into our lesson on the next video, then you will be ready and you won't be confused. So make sure you know where to put the 1 for first quadrant, and you go counterclockwise, which means backwards, till you get to 4. Make sure you know that there are 4 quadrants. Make sure that you know that the x-axis goes from left to right, and the y-axis runs from top to bottom. And then the point where the 2 lines meet is the origin. And those lines are perpendicular there, but we will not focus on that this lesson. So, before you go to video 2, make sure you've mastered video 1. Bye, guys!